LGBTQ 1 Minute News, let's grip the worldview. Poland's constitutional court blocks recognition of same-sex marriages performed abroad. Poland's constitutional court has ruled that same-sex marriages performed abroad cannot be recognized in the country, saying the constitution defines marriage as a union between a man and a woman. The decision overturns a March ruling by Poland's Supreme Administrative Court, which had found that foreign same-sex marriages should be recognized under European Union law. That ruling was set to take effect at the end of August. In November, the European Union's highest court said member states must recognize same-sex marriages performed in other EU countries so couples can maintain family life across borders. Poland's Conservative Law and Justice Party changed the Supreme Administrative Court's decision before the Constitutional Court, whose judges were largely appointed while the party was in power and are widely viewed as close to the Conservative Law and Justice Party. Well, it sounds like Poland continues to be terrible. And, it also is a question, can the EU enforce its laws within its member states? Or maybe is this a way that Poland's getting ready to Brexit itself?
Well, as a resident person with international relations experience, I would say that the EU court supersedes the courts of the member states. So doesn't matter if the constitutional court blah 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 blah. Yes, change the constitution. You must change it because the EU is now saying that you must recognize same-sex marriages, and therefore if they don't, the EU can pound a punishment all the way from just withholding billions of dollars of subsidies that Western European states give to Poland, or just tighten your belt, I guess.
Larry?
I was just thinking back and, having worked with international employee relations, one wonders if we could get the right situation set up to contest this, where an international company might have a couple, one of them being an employee of the company with a same-sex marriage, as an expat working in Poland, that the wheels of progress could start turning. I mean, one couple is not going to do that, but I think that there's a lot of opportunity. Actually,
one couple will do that. They can just they can file the case again in the European Court of Human Rights. They can file it, and then it can be adjudicated in the European Union court system, where they can render a judgment and say that you must do this or else.
Yeah. Well, before we get lost in that, any other thoughts, Rex?
I mean, basically, unfortunately, you have a court that's upholding their constitution. So while the EU can say you have to do this, Poland is now in a situation where they need to change their constitution, and the length of which that's going to happen is probably going to take a lawsuit.
Actually, most countries, they're not that difficult to change the constitution. Americans made it really difficult within America to do so, with the convention, and then 2/3 or 3/4 of the states have to vote for it. Most countries, there are countries where you can just carry it. Hungary did it recently, so that Viktor Orban.
Yeah, but you need people within the government that want to do it.
Yeah, I think this gets to a point that Poland sucks, and that is an LGBTQ 1 Minute news story. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBT stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.